Your hair, Neo, is it really so real?
You could say that.
What?
Hello everybody. I'm here with my good friend, my dad's ravioli. They're a very good friend of mine. Hello. Hello, Melly. Hello, Amy. Back with the 8-bit. I know. I got so excited listening to the 8-bit stuff. It's just been so cool. I like it. But yeah, this is my dad's ravioli. So.
Hello, you can call me Rav.
Yeah, Rav, like a Rav4, like a vehicle, a reliable vehicle. You're welcome. I should put Fawxy on my 60-inch TV tonight. Yay! Hello, Wyvern. Wait, we got a guest? Yeah, this is that's not Aga. That's a different person. Anthro's gathering assistance as Aga, as well as Mama Aga. So that's not Aga. Just make that clear. But no, this is one of my oldest friends in VR chat. Yeah, Ravioli. Right. Yeah, they're cool. I hope you both are doing absolutely amazing. Yeah, we're doing. At least I'm doing all right. I don't know about them.
I'm better now.
Yay, Fawxy and Friends, about time. Well, fuck you too. But oh well, damn it. Yeah, so we were. I thought about this while he and I are talking, and every now and then, whenever we talk, we have pretty good stories that we're telling. So I was like, why don't we just like have a conversation and like tell some stories, right? About some stuff that we've been through. So yeah, so it's like not necessarily going to be necessarily the point of the whole thing of the stream, but you'll probably hear a few stories as the night goes on, just so you know. I would have let that slide. Damn, Wyvern. See, Wyvern would have like whooped everyone's ass. It's like, how dare you? Leaving a lurk, wanted to stop by and say hey. Well, I appreciate that, Wyvern. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, this 8-bit music is good. I need to find some more mixes.
I love this.
They're pretty good. Chiptune? What the fuck is chiptune? Ooh, that's gonna be the next one. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. No? Yeah, sorry for the delay. We got caught up in, again, conversation. But yeah, so it's all his fault. So just blame this guy. And I wasn't on earlier.
Don't blame me.
Shit, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Just blame him. You son of a bitch!
No, I didn't mean it.
So, would you be interested in talking about getting your EMT credential and the stuff that we went through? Help you get there?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, like, it's not a huge story, but I guess.
Well, I don't know. It was pretty significant in my book.
I mean,
as far as like,
significant to me, yeah.
it was significant to me
Just the whole
as well.
story of getting it.
Yeah, because you went through such trials and tribulations to get your EMT cert, and I was just like, I gotta help you, bro. Like, you're so determined.
Yeah.
You're so fucking determined. I gotta help you. And yeah. So So why don't you start off from the beginning as to like what made you want to be an EMT? What made you want to be an EMT? We'll start off with that.
So I was living with my best friend and his family, and his mom. She's a paramedic and works for a pretty big hospital, near where I live. I was living with them. I didn't have a job, and she was trying to help me get a job. So she's like, "Hey, they're doing this EMT program over here. Why don't I get you into it?" So I was like, "Okay, I'll get into it." And to be honest, I had no ambition. I had never considered being an EMT. I didn't really care, I guess, at the time. Got into it. They did their own class. It lasted a couple months from like early October to early December, I want to say.
Okay.
It was 7 of us in the class.
7? That's it? There's 7 people in a class?
7 of us.
Damn.
7 of us, and it was not a great class. Let me Dude, I loved our teacher. But it was her first time ever teaching. She was a really good person, great paramedic, bad teacher. Dude, we would take our end of test exams, our chapter exams, and she'd be like, "Well, you all failed. But here's what I'm gonna do.
You all failed. Obviously,
Here's what I'm gonna do.
you're bad students, not me being a bad teacher."
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at the test. You all collectively
Thank you for the
got
huggies.
these exact questions wrong. I'm just gonna take them off the test, and that way it'll boost your grade up. It'll boost your score.
A bell curve?
Pass the test,
Bitch,
technically.
did she do a bell curve?
I guess. I was like, oh, okay. At the time, I was like, okay, I don't care.
Yes, for the medical field, that's great.
Happening.
Okay.
That happening. And eventually we finished the end of class. We of course we all passed the end of class exam. How would we not have done that? That's how the grading was done.
So, just to make it clear, so everybody knows, so there are, whenever you go through an EMC course, generally you go through, like, whatever institution you're going through's, like, class, and you go through, like, their tests and everything, okay? That is its own entity. Then you take the, well, I guess for you, you're doing the state as well, but you go through the NREMT, which is the National Registry of EMTs, Emergency Medical Technicians, and so generally you go through that, okay? But from the sounds of it, you just did the state, right?
Just the state.
Okay, so you go through your institution's like testing, and then you take like the next, like the actual like standardized test. So 2 completely separate things, okay? And that's kind of where they're at. Go ahead. Just give me context.
Well, like it was like we did that. Our class was great. I want to say because my classmates were pretty funny. Only none of us. I honestly looking back on it, none of us really belonged there except for maybe one person. Her mom was a paramedic. She did a lot of transports for organ donors. The student.
Ooh.
So she knew what she was doing, kind of, but the rest of us, no idea. There was this one dude. He was the funniest dude. His name was Jonathan. And we're going over biology, right?
Okay.
We're going over anatomy, female anatomy, reproductive system stuff.
Interesting anatomy.
In the middle.
Just saying.
So we're going over here. We're going over here.
I like it.
The instructor's like, all right, so you know the vagina, it's got 3 holes, and this motherfucker, he just yells out, "There's 3 of them."
3? Oh God!
It was so funny. But way on. Of course we all passed that class, and we moved on. We moved on to actually work as drivers. Different from EMTs. We just drove the ambulance. We were partnered with a paramedic. We helped that paramedic load the patient onto our stretcher. This is what we call interfacility transport, which means we're taking a patient that is already in a hospital to either another hospital or a nursing home or home, pretty much. That's pretty much all we're doing. We're not active 911. We're not going on scenes. So I'm just helping this paramedic get a patient loaded up onto the stretcher, setting up settings on our cardiac monitor, stuff like that, attaching them to things. That's pretty much it. I'm not doing care. We did that until we were able to pass our state exam, which we had a few months to do. I didn't pass my state exam, I'll be honest. You get three.
It's the first time, right?
Failed every single one. No, you had to get.
No, I'm saying this was the first time. Okay.
I failed. Little down. Me and another friend who did the we did the class together. Me and them both got into an actual class. Much harder. I failed at midterms. I really down. I was like, shit, I need money. So I took state exam, or not state exam, I'm sorry. I went and I got a job at a golf course, a huge golf course that has like a lot of hotels. I was working in their housekeeping department, not as a housekeeper, but supplying the housekeepers, I guess you could say. It was not a bad job. Minimum wage, obviously, $14 an hour. Not bad, but I did not like it. And every day, on the way to this job, I would see my old ambulances passing by because it was from my house towards there, same routes that they would take. So I was like, I need to get back in there. Quit that job in January of 2024. This is when I started my third EMT class. I worked a lot harder than I ever did. I was top of that class pretty much, about first, second for the entire course. I finished second.
Which iteration was this? Number.
This is third.
This is third. Okay. Number 3. Okay. So it's third iteration.
We're competing.
It's third iteration.
One guy we me and him were competing for the top of the class. He won by like point.
The housekeeper's towel dealer? The housekeeper. Hold on, I gotta.
This dude was. But we did this, and
No, you're fine.
I passed in about June of 2024. Yeah, 2024. Took me a long time to find the job. A lot of places were looking for people with experience. I talked to Fawx about it. It's like, I can't, it's like so hard. Eventually I got with this one little company near where I live, and I've loved it ever since. We don't do a lot. It's inter-facility again. It's not active 911. Honestly, this job, I love and hate to admit, it barely feels like a job. I work night shift. I worked most of the time. For most of my nights, I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'm lucky.
Best shift. Best shift. Best shift.
It is
the best. Night shift. Best shift. Night shift. Best shift.
But I sit there doing nothing, which sounds amazing, and it is amazing.
It is amazing. It's great.
Paid to do nothing, but I feel like I'm not actually doing what I worked for. It's like, okay, cool.
I get it. So how many times did it take you to finally pass your exam? How many times?
Technically, I took the actual class 3 times. I took the state. You get 3 tries at the state exam. I took the first time. I took that state exam 3 times. Failed all 3 times.
We don't need to dox yourself. I was just saying, what state is this?
North Carolina.
Okay.
So second time I didn't make it to finals. So I did not get to take the state exam after the second time. The third time I took it once, failed it the first time, took it a second time, passed flying colors. And that's pretty much it.
Now, was it?
Paramedic, but...
It was it 5 times altogether that you had to?
5 times. That was my 5th try. Yeah.
Yeah. So just so y'all know, so I too have an EMT certification, right? And I went through a program different than what he's going through, or different than what he went through. And now I went through it I passed the class, okay, and then I went to go take the NREMT, the National Registry, right, which is all run by a private business, by the way, but the federal government even recognizes it. They're like, yeah, you a private entity, but we like your standards. We'll just adopt that. Okay, almost to the point where they're about to make a quote-unquote 51st state. You know how he had his state exam? Well, they're about to make a 51st state, which is DHS, its own fucking entity, Department of Homeland Security. Okay, and that's where the federal government will be implementing all of their EMTs out of. Anyway, so I made it through. I passed the NREMT in the first time. Okay. So whenever you take the NREMT, I don't know if the state exam is like this, but the national is like this. You fucking go through it, and one of two things happens. Okay, you get to question 70, I think is what it is. I think it's 70, and it can cut you off at 70 or 120 questions. Okay, if it cuts you off at 70 questions, you either did really good or really bad, okay?
Yeah.
And if you go to 120 questions, it's like you have an opportunity to make it, but you fucking on the line, right? And that's kind of how it works. It cut me off at 70, and I was like, uh-oh. I'm scared. But they ended up saying you passed, and I was like, oh, thank God. Yeah.
The state exam is different. It's all the way up to 100 questions, whether you pass or fail. It will tell you automatically at the end whether you pass or fail. And it told me every time when I failed. But the one time when I finally passed, it did not tell me. It glitched out and it did not tell me. And I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. It took a couple hours and I finally got that email saying, here's your scores. And it said I passed. Like, oh, thank you. Oh my God.
Oh my God. So I was talking with Ravioli. So every now and then I do friends get-togethers on Wednesdays. This is one reason why I don't stream or do anything on Wednesdays. Okay, it's kind of like me time, right? Me time, Sundays are kind of the same deal. But every now and then I do my own personal circle of friends get together, and this is one of my really good friends that I get to see, right? And he told me how much he was struggling with the EMT course, that I took time outside of my day, even during working hours. I'm allowed to do that. And I called him, and we had study time. Did we not?
We did. We sat there. I was this is when I was living with my best friend Chris. He called me. I was in my room. I just opened my textbooks, and me and him both went through questions. He asked me a lot of questions, and I would answer them like, what do you do for this? What do you do for that? And it's like, I do that, and that's what I do. That's what we did, and it really helped a lot. The method of study. Yeah, it was your last time that you went. They went through it. The method of study that I do, okay, is you look at the question, and then you open the book up, and you basically go find the answer in the book. Don't Google it. Find the answer in the fucking book, and then you look it up, and whenever you find it, describe it to me and justify it for me. Tell me why you do it this way. And of course, I'm sure you fucking hated that, but I'm sure you fucking hated it. But three different textbooks for my classes, looking for the answer in all three of them.
But yeah, and
I really appreciate that.
Finally made it. Yeah, no, his determination inspired me, right? It inspired me because this dude was so determined to be a fucking EMT. I was like, I gotta help him. I have to. I have to make sure he fucking passes. So I did everything I could to try and help you to make it through that, because, bro, I know you just want to help people. So I wanted to be a part of that and help you. And yeah, if any of you ever decide that you want to go into the medical field, I absolutely encourage you to take a course on EMT. Honestly, I think everybody should take an EMT basic course. Like, whenever you go through EMTB, you'll realize those people in the ambulances are so fucking lost. Like, you'll realize it and be like, oh god, these are the basics? Oh god. Oh bro, you'll be like, oh yeah, I'll look at the medical field never the same again. Straight up. Like, if I'm wrong, you tell me. Like that is 100%. Like, you're gonna just be like, I guess we figured this bitch out the hard way. Like, straight up like that. It was straight up like that. Even talking about the most basic medical stuff makes me almost black out. Jesus, Melly. Hello, Theory in 400. Hello. But yeah, if you are interested in the EMT field, I absolutely encourage you to do that. I do 100 million things for work. Okay, I know a lot of you don't know what I do, and that's fine. But I do a lot of things. Okay, EMT is one of my things that I do, and it is its own fucking field. This is why we have people specializing in it. I'm some dude who's like a fucking door kicker kind of guy, right? Hey, Beef. Hello, Beef. I'm a door kicker kind of guy, right? Go after whatever the fuck I need to. And then we have people who are like specialized in medical thing. I do medical stuff too, but it's like, I'll deal with it until they fucking come. That's what I do, right? Like, I got this guy. I'll make sure he's alive by the time the big guys come. And even these motherfuckers will go, yeah, that's kind of fucked. Hey, paramedics, we need you. ALS, I need help. Right? Help me. Yeah. It's straight up like that. Her door kicker, now I'm interested. I bet you fucking are. I bet you fucking are. Let me get a refill on this bitch. Hello, everybody. Hello.
I'm gonna take a shot. Let me take a
shot. Oh, shit. I'm sitting over here drinking cider that I made, and he's like, oh, just gonna get a shot. Most fucked up drink. What are you drinking? You got the Canadian shit? Bitch, you got that Canadian shit? We don't need that. This is America. Oh, I thought this was America. What the fuck? You over there drinking Canadian bullshit. That's like the Canadian SoCo. That's like the Canadian Southern Comfort. Like the fuck, bitch, get something better.
Hey, I'm chasing it with RC. If you even know what that is.
Oh my god! I know what RC Cola is. I know what that is. Oh my god, that is like the most jank ass shit. Get this man some SoCo. Get this man some like vanilla SoCo. Give him some cola, right?
Give me a
Southern Comfort, bitch.
All of that.
Yeah, that jank ass whiskey that comes in a plastic bottle. Yeah, you need that.
Dude, there was this. I went to the liquor store a while ago, and there's this local North Carolina brew called WMD vodka. It was a cinnamon vodka. Oh my god, that was amazing. I've never been able to find it since. I'm so mad that I can't.
The chat is funny.
Like weapons of mass destruction. Biohazard symbol on it. So good, dude.
So it said you do stuff. Melly says she sends warehousing corn, so corn. So the concept or the reference of that is like in TikTok, you can send like instead of bits like with Twitch, you can send like little gifts or whatever, and so one of them was corn, and you can send like corn. It's like half a penny. It was like here's corn, and Melly always sent me corn, and but anyway, that's why she does corn. Dark Wolf said, I heard door kicker and I'm interested now. Yeah, I bet you are, motherfucker. Theory in 400 casually is making a yam tail because I'm bored. What the fuck is a yam tail? I know what a yam is. Like a yam is a sweet potato.
That is tail.
A yam is a sweet potato.
Oh.
Yeah.
Parley G cookies from India today. Not bad. And what are they like? That's
And soup. What the fuck is a Parley G cookie? Bitch, you making shit up. Oh, she sent corn. She sent corn. And then Soko? No Soko. Yeah, Soko. Southern Comfort.
No, it's so weird opening the stream and seeing my past movements. Like, what am I doing?
I know. It's on like a 5 or 10 second delay. Yarn. What the fuck?
I know, but it's like, why am
Yarn?
I making that standing like that?
I tried. Wait, yarn cookies? What the fuck is a yarn cookie? Not yam. Oh, I thought you said yam. Not yam. Not yam. No, yarn. That's even worse. You eating fucking fabric, bro? What is that? What the fuck?
I don't know what it is, but I'll try it.
Cookies are kind of like graham crackers. Nilla wafer animal cookies. Bitch, you can't combine. You don't get the ability to combine all those cookies. They're all different. They're all different. You can't do that. That's not right. And I can't even imagine. Like, they're all different. They're all different. You can't mix them together. Yarn, not yam. Yeah, okay. Whatever, sweet potato Melly. Sweet potato Melly mama. That's right. Now you got a new name. Fucking Melly Yam. Hello there.
Yeah, you said that.
Alescus Fox. Oh, bro, it's 8% alcohol. Like, it's 8%. I brewed it myself. I'm just getting fucked up. I have a 5-gallon keg. of this cider.
Share, dude.
Well, if you were here, I'd share it. Fucking pour that. Fucking fill that glass. Yeah. I'll see you in like 3 months, bro. Yeah. I sent you a pic of the cookies. All right, let's see what the fuck she sent me. Stand by.
I want to know how they look.
Oh, we're gonna find out together. Hold on. Well, it's not on Discord. Where the fuck did you send it to? Well, okay, what platform did you send it to me? Because there's like 100 of these motherfuckers.
That's important.
I thought it'd be Discord. Oh, there it is. It's on. What the fuck is that? I'm gonna send this to you. You're gonna be like, is this from North Korea? Hold on. Like, bro. Bro, you're gonna be like, what is this? Melly's over there getting North Korean cookies. They're just little squares. Yeah, so are the communists. Anyway, here you go.
Speaking of North Korea, I got North Korean cartoons in real life.
North Korean cartoons? Wait, they make their own cartoons? No! What the fuck is that?
So North Korea, they have a lot of different shows, right? But there's this one really kind of well-known one outside of North Korea called Squirrel and Hedgehog. It's a furry cartoon, military North Korean children's cartoon. I got my hands on a couple physical copies, and I am so happy that I got.
Look at this shit.
Dude, I gotta get on my phone and send it to you.
India? Yeah, bitch. This is North Korea.
Send me those cookies first.
Yeah, I just sent it.
Send it. I'm waiting.
Oh wait. Why didn't it send? Oh, I sent it twice. You're welcome. I sent it twice. Now you get twice the cookies. It looks like North Korean Mexican. Like looks like North Korean. I almost said North Korean. Bro, I almost said North Korean Mexican cookies, which is not accurate at all.
I'm not
creepiest kid ever on the packages. That's the most 1950s North Korean fucking cookies I've ever seen. Chat, let me do something real quick. Hold on, stand by. Let me see if I can put them on the fucking standby. I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna put it on the fucking chat so that you guys can see it. And you guys are gonna laugh your asses off. Yeah, you can go broken over there in the fucking bush.
No, dude, I'm sending you pictures of these cartoons. I got two
North Korean cookies.
Two different ones. We're on the topic. Get on my Discord.
I don't need the other side. I just need the front. That is the most North Korean cookies I've ever seen. Yeah, save that bitch. Okay, this is how we're gonna do this.
You can have those.
Okay. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. Alright, chat. Here you go. You're welcome. Let me do this. Window.
Look at that.
Alright, chat. You ready? You ready? You're welcome for this, by the way. Once it fucking pops up. Maybe it won't. Nope. Okay. Alright, fuck me.
38 at Walmart.
Capture basically full screen. Oh my god. Just capture the window. Ah! Alright, hold on. Let me make a new monitor thing. Shut this bitch down. I need screen capture. Display capture. There we go. Capture method. There it is. Okay. Look at that shit. Look at that shit, chat. What the fuck is that? Some North Korean cookie bullshit is what that is. Look at that. Ah! They're fucking North Korean cookies.
Someone here is in South Korea. Hang on. Oh, where is it? Where'd they go? Oh, you went away because I'm on your chat.
Oh my god.
Where they at?
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Now you know.
Dude,
Now you know.
Dude, show them the picture of the North Korean cartoons we got. Somewhere from South Korea.
Oh shit, you sent me some shit? Oh, hold on. Stand by. Alright, chat. Y'all ready to see some North Korean fucking cartoons? Oh my god, we're spreading propaganda here, guys.
We're spreading propaganda.
I'm across the border now and go blow them cookies up. What the fuck? I told you! They're North Korean cookies! She's like, oh no, they're Indian! Bitch, they North Korean! Communist cookies! Yeah. Fucking communist bullshit. Alright, hold on, stand by. What the fuck? Why do you have this? You gotta answer this question.
I found them on, so like, there's a YouTube channel called
Likely Story.
Like, a lot of different
Communist.
He went over different weird cartoons and he brought these up. Somebody mentioned them. And years later I found them for sale on
What is that,
eBay
chat?
from a North
What is
Korean
that?
fucking seller.
Chat. Chat, look at this shit.
Dude.
Chat. Look at this. Look at this shit. Chat, we're learning about North Korea today. And the glorious leader of North Korea. The best leader. Look at that shit. What is that? What is that? Oh no! You see that? That's communist cartoons. That's what that shit is. Communism.
They're from communist
No bueno.
cartoons. Like, how can I buy those?
What do you mean?
Look at them, they're furry cartoons.
Bitch. Spreading communism. Spreading that bullshit. You giving the communists hope. Stop it. You giving them hope, guys. Bro. Okay, chat. He's giving them airtime. They don't get airtime. They're communists. They're not real people. And you giving them time in your head. How dare you? How dare you?
They were good cartoons.
If it ain't...
A sexy fox character. I had to watch them.
Okay, chat. We're okay with the communist propaganda if there's a fox in it. It is fine. It is fine.
Exactly.
So you know. As long as there's a fox, it's fine. I love the humor. The fuck is that? It's communism. Communism. Apparently, they have the best cartoons. Did you guys ever see?
Dude,
what?
No, you go. Oh, okay. So I was watching them because I actually wanted to watch all of them because I own them, right? And they're translated, right? One of the episodes literally stole sound effects from The Phantom Menace, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Like, it was, the whole episode was fucking filled with sound effects from it. I was hearing it, I was like, wait a minute, these are familiar. No, dude, wait a minute.
Oh, God.
I know what this is from.
Alright, hold on, we got a bunch of, in the chat, hold on. Fun fact about South Korea, they have a war memorial near Seoul. And there is a wall with all the incidents of North Korean aggression from the end of the war, and, they even have a drone in the museum from North Korea. Damn, that's fucking crazy. My dad did 3 tours. Yeah, my dad did 3 tours in Korea, right? And yeah, whenever he was in the army. And what's crazy is my step-grandfather served in World War II, Korea and Vietnam. And so my family has like a lot of history whenever it comes to any of the wars that America was involved in. Yeah.
When your dad was there, did they ever give him any of the plaques with the wire from the DMZ?
So my dad was a bit more involved in Korea than most people know. He was actually in an altercation with some North Korean troops, and he killed 1 or 2 of them. Fun fact. So the North Koreans like to probe into the South Korea, and my dad in the 90s fucking came across. He was one of those guys. He was in 10th Mountain Division at the time. Hold on 1 second. Let me read all these off. Check R moving to North Korea on Reddit. Not fucking no, I'm not doing that. Fucking Reddit's called communist, bro. Like, there's only like oh, bro, you know it is. You know it is. Remember the Tasmanian devil? I do. You'll love the other thing I sent. It was my dad's sign. My best friend has one of those plaques.
Oh,
that's cool.
Speaking of those plaques, so yeah, I was speaking of those plaques. My sister, her dad. We both come from different.
You keep talking. I'm gonna put the screen up. Put this on screen because it's perfect.
Oh, yeah. My sister comes from a different dad, and her dad served in the army and worked in South
Beware.
Korea, and
Pickpockets and loose women. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. I need that in my garage.
But,
anyway, go ahead.
He served in South Korea, and he got 2 of those plaques. And I went to his house once, and I was admiring them because I like collecting military stuff. And he saw me admiring them, and he looked at me and he goes, "Which one of those 2 are your favorites?" And I was like, "I like that one right there." And he just gave it to me, so I have one.
That's cool. That's actually really cool.
It is really cool. One, I keep muting myself by accident. He had one that was like he had one that was kind of like, it was a piece of the wire, for instance, in the DMZ. It was on a plaque that was molded out of metal, and the other one was just kind of a picture framed with the wire of the DMZ. I like the framed one better for some reason back then, and I was like, that's the one I like. And he gave it to me. I have it somewhere.
That's nice. That's really cool. That is cool.
It's like a map. It's a map of North and South Korea, and it goes through the middle of each of them. It's really
that is cool. That is cool. Yeah. He served in the DMZ. My dad did, yeah. And again, he was in a couple of those situations, in all honesty. Excuse me. That actually, okay, so my dad did a tour in Korea. I think he did it like right off the bat, and then he got sent to Belgium or some shit like that. Because he was there for the the tearing down of the Berlin Wall as well, which my family okay, my family has been involved in like every national fucking thing, fun fact. But my dad and my grandmother both have chunks of the Berlin Wall, and which is kind of cool. And my dad served in North Korea. Listen to me. Served in South Korea 3 times. he was in the army, and there was also another time when an Apache pilot's GPS malfunctioned, and he flew over the DMZ and got shot down and died. And he said that within like 5 minutes, all the troops were on the fucking border because they thought they were going to war with North Korea at that time. And this is in the 90s. Like, just to give you an idea, like, my first birthday, my dad was in Korea. Okay. And what's even crazier is my step-grandfather was in the fucking Korean War. He even talked, he was an Air Force OSI, which, okay. That is an entire, like, he is an entire, like, I could talk about him all day. But anyway, he talked about how many people would, like, charge his shoe. And he would be on a base with a .45 pistol, the fucking Colt 45, and being like shooting at this angle, bang, 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 and you could watch the troops drop in the field. That's how many motherfuckers would charge you in open fields. And their strategy was to keep charging you until you ran out of ammo. They literally didn't give a fuck about human life. They're just like, keep charging. Yeah. And so they would have to get down to the main tank guns to take on infantry because they ran out of ammo with the machine guns. And so it was hand-to-hand, knives, bayonets, everything they had. That's it. And they had to hold the position. I mean, they didn't have any more ammo. They used it all. They killed all the people. Yeah, it's insane. All right, Aga, you have a good night. By the way, that one's Aga. That one's Aga. That's Aga. But yeah. But yeah, and what's even crazier is my step-grandfather served in World War II, the Korean War, all of the Korean War, and Vietnam. And what's even going to blow your mind even more is he was in Cambodia, and he became a POW, which means that he was working for MACV. He was in the intelligence arm of MACV. And the U.S. government, still to this day, refuses to recognize anybody that served in MACV. Which, I get it. Wait. What about Aga? Okay, so somebody thought that, what was it, Amy? Amy Garcia something? Yeah, somebody thought that Amy Garcia... whatever was I can't remember the last name was you, and I was like, that's not Aga. I was like, that's not Aga, I promise, because it's AGA as well. But yeah, anyway, he's buried in Arlington, the nation's like veteran, yeah, the most honorable place to be buried. Yeah. And what's even crazier is, even after all of this shit that he's been through, the military, yeah, that was you, Millie. The military still refuses to recognize anything that was done via MACV to this day in Cambodia. But Cambodia invited him after the war to come back, and he did. And they recognized my step-grandfather with their version of the Medal of Honor. And the military buried him with full honors in Arlington, and it's God, so much of his career is such a mystery to me, and I'm the most like involved person in my family's like history. And what's another thing that's really interesting, he pioneered the JROTC program for high schools across the nation.
Dude, I was on that.
He pioneered that program. He pioneered that program. Yeah. So that's fucking insane. Yeah, there it is. There she is, Amy Garcia. Right there, right there. That's her. That's her. That's her, Aga. That's her. That's who they thought you were. That's not you. But yeah, I've been doing some digging on him, and I'm just like, oh my God, my family's been involved in fucking everything. My great grandfather helped build the atomic bomb. That's another fucking thing. So for World War II. But he served after, like he was in basic training, I think, like just after, like during the dropping of the atomic bomb. But then he got stationed in the place where they built atomic bombs, and he helped build more atomic bombs. That was his job whenever he was in, yeah. So, yeah. But he didn't know what he was building. He didn't know what he was building. They wouldn't tell him, obviously. And he was stationed in New Mexico, yeah. Underneath the transport division.
My grandfather, he was a Green Beret during Vietnam.
Damn.
Engineer, I believe.
That's cool. Damn.
I never knew him, sadly. But from what I
What do you mean?
No.
Did he die in the war?
He died a year before I was born. I was born 2000. He died in 1999. But he was. I still have his ring, his special forces ring.
That's cool.
Made one, but still.
Was it Bragg that he graduated from? Hold on, let me see what this thing says.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
There's like weird patterns on the radar in northern Illinois. I send them. I've not seen it before. Okay, I'll look at it here in a second. Dark Wolf said, yeah, my unit involved a lot in the war, and honestly, if shit popped off, we again would probably be met with a similar situation in terms of low manning and most likely low ammo. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something right now. What?
Oh no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a picture of this, but you go ahead on with your story. Just pull up this ring.
So
I got it right here.
Whenever it comes to combat with North Korea, bro, it's gonna be a turkey shoot, just like it was last time. Okay, but this time you have a lot better technology, because I know the attrition rate. Actually, I don't know what the attrition rate is now, but in the 90s, okay, and the early 2000s, the attrition rate for troops serving in South Korea was like 95%, okay? Which means that 95% of troops would either be killed or wounded in a conflict with North Korea, because their orders were simply this: slow them down. That is it, right? A-10s out of whatever that fucking airbase is, I can't remember the name of it, are instructed just to blow all their fucking ammo whenever they go across, whenever they're fighting, come back, reload everything, and just keep going back until they fucking can't come back anymore, right? Do as much damage as possible to slow down the enemy. Nowadays, bro, you can stop them. You can absolutely fucking stop them with the technology we have today. Just to give you an idea. Now,
There you go.
I'm gonna give you a disclaimer.
Send that to you.
I'm gonna look at it here in a minute. I'm gonna give you a disclaimer, okay? Did you hear about the USO? Or sorry, not USO. I guess underwater submersible object or drone or whatever that the U.S. military made that can literally power itself off of the current of the fucking ocean and lay dormant. They go, it's a recon drone, bitch. That ain't a recon drone. That bitch is a bomb, okay? As soon as I read that article, I was like, they lined the fucking ocean floor with these bitches. That's exactly what fucking happened. And they're all full of explosives. I swear to fucking God, I'm just looking at it like, yeah. That any navy is a joke now, because you have underwater bombs that could be down there indefinitely, and you just give them a fucking order because they're powered off the current of the ocean, and they'll sink those motherfucking ships. Saying.
For real?
Just saying. Like, nobody can compete with the United States. We scary. We scary.
What about like Madagascar?
Oh, my bad. We'll sink the island. We'll just sink the whole fucking island. Don't people have to man it, though? No. No, it is completely autonomous, run by artificial intelligence, and you could just fucking give it an order. All you do is push a fucking button to say, sink all Chinese ships, or some shit, and they'll fucking BAM! Up to the bottom of the ship. Dude, you can't stop that. It's not a submarine, right? It's a drone that moves super fucking fast that just hits the fucking hull of your ship with explosives on board. You're done. You're done. You can't win. You cannot win a naval battle with the United States because you already know the entire fucking ocean is lined with these bitches. Sink the island. temper moment. Well, it's better than inflation.
Yeah, the temper, the story with the I don't remember what battleship, but with the North Korean artillery battery.
Oh yeah.
This
Yeah. No, I'm tracking on that. Fucking just blow the shit out of it. Turn it into give it back to the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should give you an idea. Like, that's not something I know, like, secretly. That's just, I put two and two together. Like, the moment that they said that, and they're like, this new underwater drone is a recon drone, and it can sit down there indefinitely using the ocean currents to power its fuel source. I was like, that ain't a recon drone. That bitch is a bomb. No, like, as soon as I looked at it, I was like, you can just produce a shit ton of them, leave them down there, net the whole fucking Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean with these motherfuckers, and just let them sit down there. Nobody knows they're there. They're fucking... they are kind of just sitting on the ocean floor because they don't need to be manned. And all you gotta do is send a fucking signal and be like, hey, these are the ships that need to be sank. And they just go, boom. Done, bitch. You ain't gonna stop it. And ain't no depth charge gonna stop. You ain't gonna respond fast enough to sink one of those. It is not gonna happen. You are fucked. Like, game, set, and match. You're welcome. Good thing we're in America, right? Manta rays, yes! Yes, that is exactly what they fucking look like, yes. Yes, they look like giant manta rays. They're like that big old flat, like one wing aircraft thing, right? They kind of look like a B-1 stealth bomber, and they're just like one big fucking wing. Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what they look like, yes. And the moment they said that, I was like, oh, well, these motherfuckers already lined the ocean with them 12 years ago. Like, nobody, like, that's the thing, okay? Whenever they reveal something in the news about some new technology, it's already been in place for like 15 years. Like, think about that. I mean, I'm wrong. I mean, it's been in.
That's exactly true.
So as soon as they said that, I was like, oh, the entire ocean is lined with these bitches. Like, I was like, oh, well, game, set, match. We already won. No, we already won. You can't stop us, right? And then it's like, if they ever were like, oh my god, we found one. We know exactly where it is. Okay, move here. And it just fucking moves over here and sits down. Go find it again, right? It's not that fucking hard. So, whenever people say that China, right, or Russia is like a challenge to us, it's like, bitch, yeah, okay. China has 2 aircraft carriers. Okay, just to give you an idea. 2. Okay, 2. One of them was created, and originally it was a casino. Like, the aircraft carrier that China is using used to be a fucking floating casino ship. The other one is a clone of that one. Iran has 1 fucking aircraft carrier. One. Okay? We have 10 super carriers. Super carriers.
Piece of shit is left over from the Union.
Oh. Yeah. Nobody compares to the United States. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They're a joke. Okay, America has the logistics to do anything they want, has the capabilities to do everything they want.
Unlimited military spending, dog.
Essentially. So one thing that a lot of people that are like contrary to this say is that China has more boats, more ships than no. Yes. So a lot of people that are like in dissenting opinions of this say that China has more ships than the United States. If you look at gross tonnage, okay, it's like 2.5 million gross tons in the United States. Okay, that's like the weight of the ships and like all the shit that they have on them. Okay, 2.5 million. Okay, that's all of them. But their tonnage is lower. Yeah, they may have more ships, but they have like maybe 1 million gross ton. Bro.
They count every fucking
they count a canoe. They count a canoe as a naval vessel. Yes, that is a thing. That is a thing. And people are like, China uses flamethrowers in their military. It's like, oh, cool. I can take the one dude out and get collateral damage. That's cool. Like, bro.
Dude, and with that, we used to use flamethrowers. We just were like, damn, this.
Exactly, Meg. Exactly. Well,
yeah.
I mean, when war happens, like, in all honesty, the scariest thing on this fucking planet is the United States and being in full capacity war with somebody and being like, fuck it, we don't give a fuck about this war, about these rules. We're gonna win, bro. That is the scariest shit. Scariest shit.
Dude.
People don't even know, bro.
The United States without the rules of engagement is amazing.
Yeah. We are so effective. We have to give ourselves rules to slow us down. That is how effective we are.
Yep.
Hold on, I'm gonna put on another thing. How long is that? That'll do. Copy. I'm gonna put on some more music. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Where is the thing I need? Oh, there it is. Input URL. Paste. Dunskies. Play. Play. Fucker. There we go. Alright, we good. We good, chat.
Let's go.
Yeah, they're trying for a third. Who's trying for a third? But their tonnage is lower. Yeah. That's exactly right, Meg. Yeah. So, like, a lot of countries like to flex, and hope you're having an amazing day today. Well, I am. Hello there, Gage. I saw that you requested on me hanging out with my dad's ravioli today, and
name for 2 seconds.
Well, I was trying to decide whether or not I just call you ravioli. No.
No, you're good. I don't care.
You ever been asleep really fast? There's this fucking robot, bro. And
dude,
I don't know what he's doing.
There for me. Where the hell did it go?
And if you go over here and you click on robot, click on robot. No, click on robot. It'll be a thing. No. There's a menu for robot, and it'll like start following you or some shit. Little bastard.
I don't want it to follow me.
On. Let me see if he'll come over here. Nah, he's on his own adventure. Never mind. He's doing his own thing. Sorry, chat. He's doing his own thing. Have you ever had any interesting calls yet, or mutual aid, or interesting transports? Oh, look, a squirrel.
Let me think about that, because you gotta remember, I'm in a facility We don't get a lot of interest.
No. I mean, that's why I also said mutual aid or anything else like that. Just wanted a quick picture of you. All good. Oh, well, if you... I mean, I can still invite you. It's fine.
I just... yeah, you go ahead with one. I'll try to think of one, but it's not a lot of huges.
I invited Gage.
Nah. Go ahead.
But, so I had...
That happens from a different EMT, but it's not EMT related. But you go on.
So my very first call as an EMT was a mass casualty incident. It wasn't the one that you're thinking of, but it was like 12 dudes stuck in a train, like a train hopper, like a grain hopper, and I was like, oh, okay, and it's like 110 degrees outside, and they're in these fucking grain hoppers. So a grain hopper is those train cars that they have like it's like a big old funnel, right? There's like 3 big old funnels, and then there's like areas where you can climb up on the sides. Okay, these motherfuckers are dumb, right? So they climb in those bitches, and there's like 12 of these dudes in like all sorts of different train cars. And I go out there, and they're like, "These guys are dying of heat exhaustion." I'm like, my dumbass. Again, this is my first time as an EMT. And I go out there, and I was like, "Let me get their vitals." And I'm like going to every individual person, like slapping on the fucking what the fuck is it? Oximeter? It's not right. The pulse oximeter. The pulse oximeter. So yeah, so I throw on the pulse oximeter. I put on my little stethoscope, listening to the lung sounds. I fucking yeah, it's a little finger thing.
Little thing. It goes on your finger. It goes on your finger, and it detects your heart rate and your SpO2 sometimes, depending on the pulse ox. Usually, I think they all do, but
yeah,
depend.
Yeah, so they do. They do.
Like oxygen out. Oxygen.
Yeah, they do heart rate, and like they tell you what the person's heart rate is, as well as the oxygen level in their blood, and and I throw that bitch on there. I've got my stethoscope on, listening to lung sounds, getting ready to do IVs for like a couple people, and I'm like taking forever because I got 12 people to fucking deal with, right? And I'm sitting there fucking doing this, and then this dude who used to be an army medic, right? He's not a medic anymore, but he used to be an army medic. He just looks at me, and he identifies what I'm doing, and he goes, "They need to be cooled off." And I looked at him, and I was like, "Yeah, you're right." And he goes, and just stares at me, and then he just grabs a bottle of water and just goes, "Splash, splash, splash," and fucking like douses the motherfucker. And just like, "Cool, fuck off." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're right." And I fucking start like trying to give him water and stuff, and then I call I call for like an ambulance, right? I was like, "And we need some fucking help out here," and they go, "Okay," and I go, "You know what? Send 2 more." And they go, "Okay." And they kept sending ambulances. I'm like, "This is a mass casualty incident." And so they just kept sending fucking ambulances. And I was like, "Get them in." And so we had a bunch of private like companies that were coming out because they had contracts with the town for mass casualty incidents. And because the town only has so many ambulances, but there's like businesses, like private entities that have EMTs that are working in the ambulance, and so we would like drag them out there too, and so they came out to start fucking putting people in there, and yeah, it was wild. That was my very first call, and I was just like, "Oh, I can see I'm gonna have an interesting career. Fantastic, fan-fucking-tastic."
Speaking of, I've got 2 stories. One of them is an interesting call. The other is a story that happened recently that's not related to EMT at all. First one, it's when I was doing clinicals, and clinicals are when you're training to be an EMT, and you have somebody watching over you and be like, "This person is doing this. This is what this is how much they know. I will sign off on them." Clinicals, one of my first ever ones. We go to the hospital.
Hands-on training.
Hands-on training, basically. We pick up this one patient. It's some dude who's like probably in his late 40s, maybe 50s. And we're going to pick it up, take him to another hospital. And he goes, I need to use the bathroom before we go. So we're like, okay. We all leave the room. We leave him with a nurse and his wife. It's just a nurse and a wife in that room with him. The nurse comes out and she comes up to me. And she looks at me and she goes, he's respecting you. Or he's requesting you. I'm like, okay. I'm brand new. I walk in there. She leaves. It's just me, him, and his wife. And he looks at me and he goes, I need you to guide me. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean I need you to guide me? So he's holding, we have these handheld urinals that you just piss into. It's like this plastic bottle. And he's holding it. I'm like, I'm not holding it for you. I'm not grabbing your thing. I'm just going to tell you you're good. Because he didn't need me at all. I'm like, you're good, dude. I'm like backing him up. Like your dad backing up his truck to a trailer, basically. Like, dog, you're good.
Sorry for being
Keep going,
so
you're
silent.
good.
I'm just kind of nervous.
You good?
I'd be like that, but that's basically that story. Another story that happened recently. One of my coworkers who's an EMT. This happened after he got off work, okay? And this was like the funniest thing to me at the time. So he got off of like a 40-hour shift. He was doing some overtime, right? He was doing a lot of overtime because his class schedules. So he's doing like a 40-hour shift. He just got off of it. It was 10 p.m. He's like, oh, dude, I just want to go home, but I need to eat something. I don't care about going home and heating something up. I'm just going to go to McDonald's. So he goes to McDonald's, and he goes to the drive-thru, and he's like, okay, all I want is a burger, ketchup, mayonnaise, and tomato. He goes to the drive-thru. He pays for it. He pays for it. He pays for this thing. He goes up to the next window to get his food. He gets the bag. He looks in it, and he sees there's the burger is in there, but there's also a chicken McNugget box. So he's like, in his mind, he's like, oh, they probably either gave me somebody else's food or they gave me something extra. Let me look at this. So he opens the 4-piece chicken McNugget box, and there's a few pieces of tomato in there. And he just starts giggling to himself. He's just like, and the guy in the window goes, "What's wrong? Is there something wrong with your order, sir?" And he's like, "You put the tomato in the chicken McNugget box." And the guy goes, "Where did you want me to put it?" He goes, "Where did you want me to put it?" And he goes, "On the
Run away.
burger."
You're fine.
What did you expect?
Do you mind if I get a photo with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
He's on the fucking burger, and the dude's like, oh, my bad. He goes to reach for it, and he's like, no, I can do it myself. Why did you not do that? Where did you want me to put
Your camera.
The tomato on the fucking burger?
That's fucking awesome.
Like, what?
Put it in the fucking box. Alright, where's your camera? Oh, there it is. Gage wants a picture.
I see that in the chat. Oh, you're a kid. No, you're not. You're a Rex. I thought you were a Kit Fox for a second.
Rexes are the best. Shut up.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
There you go. Boop, 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 boop. This is Gage. Gage the Fox. Cool bean. Gage the Arctofox. They were in the chat. You can see that one. That was them. Yeah, clinicals. Okay, so clinicals for me. So like I have like the most traumatic shit ever happen to me all the fucking time whenever I work, right? And like 100%. So my clinicals, the first few were like, whatever. And I had one lady, she, her and her husband, older lady, okay? Her and her husband are in this RV visiting their family. And they're like, oh yeah, she had a UTI, right? So what the husband said. So she had a UTI, and which is, for those of you who don't know, it's urinary tract infection, which is of like the bladder, right? You get infection and a bacterial infection of the bladder, and it gets spread to the rest of your body. The husband goes, yeah, she took the antibiotics for a while and she was feeling better, so she stopped taking them, but then she had a fever and the fever went away, so we thought it was better. And I looked at them and I was like, oh no. Because when the fever stops, your body has given up. It's like, nope, we done, right? And the old lady was like, she wasn't feeling good, and as soon as they go, yeah, her fever went away, and because she was feeling better earlier, but then she stopped taking her medication, and you know, and she got the fever, and then it went away. So we just figured everything is better, and I was like, uh-oh. I was like, we need to go to the hospital. Oh no! And we took her to the hospital, right? And so they gave her antibiotics through an IV, and she ended up surviving. Thank God. But yeah, so it was a good ending to that story. So shit like that was all that ever happened in my fucking clinicals. Then my last call for clinicals happened, and it turned out to be the paramedic that I was working with, like step-uncle, or not, like uncle-in-law, okay? It was his wife's uncle, and he was an alcoholic, and he aspirated on himself in this, like, just run-down fucking house. Like, you can see the moon through the fucking roof. Like, there's a hole in the ceiling. Like, it's a fucked-up house, right? And there's just beer cans laying everywhere, and we walk in, and me and a couple coworkers been through some shit. We're just like walking through, like, oh, he's dead. And we just kept like looking around, right? And the paramedic comes up and he holds onto his arm and he's like feeling the pulse. And we're just like looking around the house, like seeing if there's anything going on, like security wise. And this dude, the paramedic goes, he's still warm. He's coding. And we all looked at each other. We're like, oh shit! She fucking grabbed him and pulled him off the fucking couch. And because he aspirated, which aspirated is like throwing up, and then you inhaling it. So he's choking on his own shit, right? And fucking grabbed his ass and tossed him on the fucking ground. I get a suction, fucking doing all the thing. And so we work on this dude for 45 minutes. We're talking everything. IO, which is interosseous, which just means in the bone. Fucking drill a hole
but it drills
in the bone, right? In the fucking knee, essentially. Yeah. And you can also do it in the shoulder, but fucking drill a hole in this dude. Start pumping him full of all these different kinds of drugs. Sitting there doing CPR for like 45 minutes, bro. And worked like we did everything to this dude. When the most high-tech shit that you can get your hands on. And at the very end, we called medical control, which is like an actual doctor who you describe everything that you've done, what the situation is, what their condition is, right? And the thing that bothered me the most about the whole call was you go to feel for a pulse, and you don't feel a pulse, but the machine says there's a pulse because it's like detecting the electrical current in the heart, and the electrical current's wanting to go, but the actual functioning of the heart is not. So you're sitting there feeling for a pulse. You don't feel a pulse, and you're not sure if you're feeling in the right places, right? You're like, trying to feel. And the monitor, the heart monitor, is saying, there's a pulse, but there isn't a pulse, right? I can't remember the term of it. You probably know what it is. But there is a term for it. It is a thing. And unfortunately, he ended up passing away after working on him for so long. And it bummed the shit out of the paramedic. What was that, buddy?
Am I able to point something out real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
So I've noticed that for Quest, the mouth on the model doesn't move.
The what?
The mouth on the model doesn't move on Quest.
Okay. I'll have to look into that. I think it's something to do with the Vicememes or whatever the hell they're called. But yeah, I'll look into that.
Thank you for the
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Little bean.
genuinely made my night.
Yeah? Well, I appreciate you requesting to join, even during a live stream. You alright? Everything's alright. Got you, bro. But yeah, so he ended up passing away, and so there's a lot of dark humor in this field, right? And whenever like people were asking me, it's like, oh, how clinicals go, and I was like, well, nobody died today. It was like, okay. like you have to do shit like that. And it's like, I do clinicals, or it's like, oh, what happened today? It's like, well, I didn't, nobody died. You just keep bringing it up, right? And it's kind of funny, but it's really not at the same time, right? But it's just that dark humor that only people in this field really.
Coping mechanism.
It is a coping mechanism, 100%. It is 100% a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm. It's not really a bragging thing. It's not, and I don't ever want to see it as a bragging thing. It's just. You start seeing some fucked up shit. Like, you start seeing some crazy shit in this field. And I know some of my followers here understand, in a way, some shit that I've been through. I actually don't know if you know everything that I've been through, now that I think about it. I'm not even sure.
Not everything. I know a couple things, but not everything, probably.
The worst shit? How Beef and I met?
I don't know how you and Beef met, no.
Okay. But I know there's some people in this chat. I know Melly's one of them. Or on TikTok, I get like super drunk and then I start talking about some fucked up shit. But you start getting to a point where you've been through more shit than even the most senior people have ever experienced. Ever in their entire career. We're talking like 20-year veterans, right? And you've been through more shit than they have. And then you're just like, how do I respond to that? That's how I met you. Oh, it was one of those nights. Oh, damn. Okay. Talking about going through a pile of dead children. It's fucking fantastic. But yeah, it's not exactly the best time, but it's something that it'll change you for your entire life. But at the same time, I use it as like a learning tool to teach others. By the way, we have to have some conversations, and they gonna be dark.
Yeah.
Anyway, they gonna be dark. I'm just kidding. You were super sloshed that first night I met you. Okay, that sounds like something bad happened. Wait a minute. Clarify, because that just sounds like fucking spring break or some shit. Like, stop that. But yeah, it is a thing. It is a thing. But, and again, now I will say this. There's a saying, and I hope you fucking take this one to heart. You cannot save everyone. Okay?
Yeah.
But you sure as fucking try. By God, that's how my life is.
Yep.
So, just live by that, and also have the mindset of the saying of no one else is coming, it's up to us. And I guarantee you, you will not fail if you do it that way. If you have that fucking mindset that you are the last responder, you will not fail, because failure is not an option. So, yeah. Yeah. What's up, buddy?
I mean this with the purest heart. You are the greatest, meeting you is the greatest thing that has happened to me in the past couple months. Considering my 2025 has not even been the best.
Hasn't been the best. Something happened? Let me move the camera. Hold on. Are you all right?
Yeah. Something happened really early on this year.
Okay. Well, we won't throw it on the stream. All right. I don't want to throw your own personal business out and for the world to see. Okay. We'll talk about it later, if that's okay. Because everything that you're saying right now, everybody can hear in the chat. Okay? So, I don't want to throw your own personal business out there. And if you hang out long enough, then whenever the chat's over, then we can talk privately, if that's okay. Is that something you want to do?
Just here to hang out.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going anywhere. So if you just wanna chill, then that's fine. Again, I don't want to throw your own personal business out there. So if you just want to chill for a little bit, and whenever the stream's over, then we can talk about whatever you need to. Then we can do that. Is that okay? Okay. Let me give you a hug. Let me give you a hug. Everything will be alright. We can talk about some stuff later, okay? Alright, let me move the camera back. Back to this poppy fur over here. He's famous, guys. He's famous. He's got all of the socials. He's so popular. He's so popular.
This dude went to a cool fucking panel at Eurofurence.
I hate you so much. I already described this to the chat, sir. I already described this. Wait, did I?
Okay.
No, I didn't. I didn't explain that to the chat. Oh, fuck, I did that to Asher. It was Asher Fox is who I told that to. Oh my god. Okay, so I go to Eurofurence. Okay, so I go to Eurofurence, guys. And... okay, let me move the camera a little bit better. On, stand by. Stand by. This is good shit. This is good shit. Stand by. All right, there we go. Okay, so I go to Eurofurence, guys, and Eurofurence is in Hamburg, Germany, for those of you that know. So I fly across the puddle. I'm American, obviously. I fly across the puddle. I go to the UK. I go visit all sorts of shit. I go visit my buddy Sly Weekly. One-legged bandit abandoned me. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not sour about it. Fuck you, bandit. I'm just kidding. You cool. It's fine. You cool. So anyway, I go to the UK first, and then I go down to Hamburg, Germany. I go to Eurofurence, and there's a panel I want to go to. It's called the Rescue Furs panel, okay? Which is generally like law enforcement, EMT, firefighters, military, like all of the above, of the cool shit, right? And so like, I want to go to this panel. So I look at my phone. You have an app to go to this panel. I go to the room, and there's like, it's huge, okay? They have like a shit ton of chairs, and there's one person standing at the end, like at a podium. And I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be like a meet and greet, right? No. I was like, oh, fuck, okay. I guess they're gonna talk about something. I was like, maybe they'll say, okay, everybody, turn to your neighbor and say hello, right? To maybe tell some stories, whatever. So I just find a random seat. I have a backpack. I have an LED backpack with a GIF of my avatar dancing on it. Okay. I set it down and I have it facing me. And I sit down next to some random dude. And this random dude looks at my backpack and then he looks at me and he goes, "Why do you have a GIF of Fawxy dancing, of Fawxy Ventures dancing on your backpack?" And he looks at me and he goes, "What's your badge say?" And I go, I hand him my badge and he goes, "Fawxy Ventures." Like, the Fawxy Ventures. And I go, "The fuck you mean by the?" And he goes, "Oh my god, you're in my country." And I was like, yeah, I literally made a video about it. and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited that you're here." And I was like, damn, that's kind of cool. Well, I'm glad to be here as well. And and then he's like, "Bro, it's so cool." He goes, "I can't believe you're here wanting to learn how to draw furries farting." And I looked at him and I was like, "The fuck you say?" And he looks at me and goes, "Yeah, the panel for drawing furries farting, like weird requests that your people like ask you to draw." I look at my phone and I was like going through it, like looking at all the rooms, and I was like, "This isn't the Rescue Furs meetup?" And he looks at me and he goes, "What, like police and like military and stuff?" And I stared at him. And he goes, "Wait, what do you do for a living?" And I looked at him and I go, "Yeah, I'm in the wrong room." And I got my backpack and I just fucking left. I didn't even say bye. I was like, "All right, I'm out." I just fucking left. And he was like, "Oh, I have so many questions." And I was like, "Nope, I'm out. Bye, bitch." I was like, "I'm in the wrong place." I just fucking left. And he was just like, I never saw him again. To this day, I don't even know what his name was. But by God, I just fucking left, bro. I was like, nope, I'm out. Wrong room. My bad. Yeah. So that was a thing. Yeah, that was one of my favorite stories from Eurofriends, man. Yeah, so, yeah, that was a thing that happened. Now it's recorded on my VODs for everyone to see. You're welcome.
Yay.
But yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a thing. Yes, you're welcome.
Hey, I'm gonna be real. I'm a little tired, so I'm probably gonna head out and go to bed.
All right, I think we'll go ahead and end the stream then, if that's the case. But yeah, we've been on for a hot minute. Nah, that's fine. We've been on for a hot minute, and so I think that'll be the end of the night. And I'm glad that you guys were here. It's been an hour and a half, and yeah, it's been fun hanging out with you guys. I hope you guys maybe look back on this story if you decide to be an EMT or maybe go into some kind of interesting thing in this field, right? And if you all ever have any questions in regards to this field, feel free to reach out. Okay. Yeah, it is an interesting field, and I will say this: if you have the mental fortitude to do the job, you'll never regret it. You'll never regret it. You'll see some shit that you wish you never saw, but you'll know that you helped people that were in their time of need. And honestly, I sleep at night very well because of that. Yeah. Anyway, y'all have yourselves a good night. And yeah, you want to say good night?
Good night, everybody. It's nice meeting y'all.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm sorry.
It was a good night. Y'all have yourselves a good night. Thank y'all for hanging out. Bye. Ah.